Each moment of life is precious. Each precious moment is packed with the hope that there will be more precious moments. You tell yourself that there is always till the moments are no more. I lived in a nice house. We had a car. We went picnicking in the country.
I went to a good school. I was expected to do well. I had many friends. We laughed and we played.
I was good at sport. I was in the school team.
I was happy. All my family were happy. And then came the war. And with the war came the Nazis.
If we had known the future, maybe we could have done something. We did not know when the journey ended.
We were travellers without a map. And if we had known, who would have believed us? Who would have...
They made us take small steps.
And with each step, there was no going back.
Fill in this registration form. A simple formality. Have you any Jewish parents? Next! Fill in this registration form. A simple formality. Have you any Jewish grandparents? Next!
Your identity card. Carry it with you at all times. Stamped with a J for Jew.
Go now, queue the night for bread until morning. Queue all night, if needs be. When I arrived, there were already masses and masses of people waiting in the line. I saw a friend whom I played going down the line, pointing people out.
That's a Jew. That's a Jew. That's a Jew.
What are you doing? I asked.
I'm not your friend. You're a Jew. I don't know you. That's a Jew.
But there was a man with a gun. I knew him. He was a neighbour.
This one. She's a Jew.
You, get lost. There's no bread for Jews here.
Why are you doing
I
this?
told you to get lost. There's no bread for Jews here. By order! All Jews who wear armbands with the Star of David on the sleeve and outer garments.
By order, all Jews between the ages of 16 and 60 will do forced manual labour.
You, Jew, on your knees. The paper's filthy. Here's a brush. Get scrubbing. You, Jew. The pavement is filthy. On your knees. You, Jew. Clear the snow.
By order, all Jews will leave their houses and proceed to areas that have been set aside for Jews only.
We called it the ghetto.
Thousands of us walk into the ghetto, all taking our belongings with us. Some on their heads, some on their shoulders, and some on carts.
We were all walking. Children, babies, old people, everyone. And the Christians watched us go.
Serves you right.
Now we'll have it good.
Now we'll take all your houses and your furniture and your jobs.
The very people who have been our neighbours and our friends.
You've been allocated one room in the house in the ghetto. It's here.
One room, that can't be right. How have grandmother and grandfather manage? Why did we have to leave our nice house?
What were you putting in that suitcase?
Oh, I'm sorry. There must be a mistake. This is our room.
You'll be lucky. This room's been allocated for 4 families. This is our corner. You take the corner over there.
We were to be kept apart from the Gentiles. The Nazis made us build a wall around the ghetto.
3 meters high, more than 12 kilometers in length.
Bricks came from buildings damaged by the bombing and the fighting.
Broken glass from thick bottles was cemented onto the top of the wall. The wall was topped with barbed wire.
Barbed wire was fitted into wooden frames on both sides of the wall, the Aryan as well as the Jewish side, so that no one could even approach it.
By order, curfew for all Jews. Jews in the ghetto will not be allowed out between the hours of 7 p.m. and 7 a.m.
By order, rations will be reduced to starvation level.
What will we do now?
Don't worry, we'll be okay. While we can trade, we can still get food. Take this gold ring and see what you can get.
That was grandmother's wedding ring.
Well, she doesn't need it now. Go, see what you can get.
I have bread, I have vegetables, I smuggled them in. You know the penalty for smuggling? They'll shoot me if I got caught. What have you got to trade?
A gold ring. It belonged to my grandmother. It's very valuable.
Let me see. I'll give you 2 loaves and some turnips.
But it's worth far more than that.
Before the war, maybe. Now we've all got to eat.
While I still have my jewellery, we'll be fine. Don't worry.
When it runs out, what then?
Then starve.
Many were starving.
Children were begging. In the beginning, we were allowed out to work for the Nazis. I still had a job on the outside. One morning, I was passing through the gate.
Identity card.
A small child snuck out of the ghetto, behind the guards so as not to be seen.
Please, little money for bread. Just little money for bread.
What the hell are you doing? Filthy Jewish vermin.
I'm hungry, mister. Please, a little money for bread.
He pulled his pistol from his holster and shot the child stone dead. I covered my ears so as not to hear the shots. A tiny child did not even squeak.
I'm sorry about that. Your Jewish kids wander about like lice. We've orders to liquidate them. You know, destroy them. Okay, go.
By order, Jews are forbidden to leave ghettos on pain of death.
By order, Gentiles can only help Jews subject to the death penalty.
There are dead bodies in the streets.
There is typhus. Many are sick and dying.
How much longer can we take this? What are we gonna do?
Are the conditions in the ghetto driving you mad?
Are you fed up with starvation?
Want to avoid typhus, the disease that kills? Then why not sign up for resettlement in the
We
east?
guarantee pleasant conditions.
Country air to breathe.
Come and work for the 1,000-year empire. Remember, Arbeit, Macht, Frei. Work sets you free. They're offering food to anyone who goes to the labour camps in the east.
I've heard terrible stories about those camps.
Conditions in the camps can't be any worse than they are in the ghetto.
Why are they killing everyone who goes?
That can't be right. Why would they do that? Besides, the Nazis need us to work for the war effort. Why would they kill us for no reason?
Because we're Jews. And they hate us.
Some people are even paying their own trade fare.
If we stay here, we'll die anyway.
So we packed a suitcase and left at the station.
Where are the carriages?
There.
But the wagons for cattle. Are we cattle now?
They packed us in. 72 persons to each cattle truck. Men, women, children, old people, sick people, everyone.
They gave each of us a loaf of bread, a piece of sausage, and a piece of margarine.
The doors shut behind us. We were locked in.
There was an empty bucket, a sort of empty barrel for answering the call of nature. There was a small barrel of water, and there was a window high up. It was all the air we had.
Where are they taking us?
We don't know.
When will we get there?
We don't know. Where are we?
We don't know.
I'm thirsty.
After 24 hours, the water was gone.
And then came screaming. Women screaming, old people screaming, and infants screaming.
And many people died.
The journey lasted for 5 days.
Suddenly, the wagon door was open. There was a gust of fresh air.
Russ! You dead! Russ! Hurry, Jews! Get out!
I was afraid, but I didn't know why. There were tall chimneys with smoke going into the sky, and a strange smell like when my mother would burn the chicken in the oven.
There was a sign above the gate. Arbeit, Macht, Frei. Work sets you free. We'd arrived at the labour camp. Maybe now all our troubles would be over.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. What a terrible journey you must have had. We are so sorry for the inconvenience caused by the idiot who organised it. Look how they treat people. Come, you can leave your luggage. It has labels on it. We'll take care of it. But first you must be separated.
Why are you separating us?
Those who are fit for work go to the right, to the labour camps. And those who are not need special treatment. We are not barbarians. To the left and to the right. Old women to the left, young men to the right. Mother with children to the left. Young women to the right. Are you pregnant? You go to the left.
I went to the right to the work camp. My mother, my father, and my sister went to the left. I never saw them again.
Come, we will feed you, but first you must be deloused and have a shower.
They made them take their clothes off. The women, the children, the old people. They were ashamed because they knew dignity. And yet, with each moment of life is precious. Each precious moment is packed with the hope that there will be more precious moments. You tell yourself there is always hope until the moments are no more.
We brought the tins of Zyklon B in an ambulance, so as not to arouse suspicion. There were 4 halls, like shower rooms. We made the people get undressed. There were huge piles of clothing. We put 2,000 to 2,500 people inside. Along the walls were water installations, like showers. People crowded around these showers. They still didn't know. They refused to believe that they were going to be gassed. When it was full, the doors were jammed, tight shut.
I climbed a ladder onto the roof, and opened a hatch, and emptied a tin of Zyklon B into the shower room. Zyklon B crystals quickly evaporated into the air of the chamber. It was prussic acid. It killed them all.
When I opened the door, it was like a pyramid inside. They'd all tried to climb to the top, to the air vent, to try and escape the gas. The strongest, clawing and pulling at the weakest, had made their way to the top of the pile. They had all died.
The Auschwitz combined crematorium and gas chamber.
A masterpiece of design and efficiency.
Designed to dispose of 2,000 bodies per 12-hour shift, with a tall chimney in the latest modernist architectural design to provide draft for 5 3-door furnaces.
Special features include the ingenious use of body fat as fuel, thus reducing the amount of coke needed to fuel the furnace.
Furnaces supplied by Toft and Sons of Urfa.
For all your extermination supplies. What was left was not to be wasted.
Corpses were shaved and the hair packed into bales for the making of warm clothing for the armed forces. The bones and the ashes of the dead were ground down for fertilizer.
Artificial limbs and glasses were recycled.
Gold teeth were moved and melted down.
Those of us who went to the work camps worked until we were too weak to work anymore. We had only starvation rations, and then we too went to the showers.
If we had known the future, maybe we could have done something.
We did not know where the journey ended.
We were travellers, without a map. And if we had known, who would have believed us? Who would have thought it possible?
They made us take small steps.
And with each step, there was no going back.